farm, family, community. This is Midwest Farm Weekly.
Good morning, I'm Elaine Wells, and thank you for joining us on Midwest Farm Weekly. On the show today, kicking off our preview of June Dairy Month events, we will meet the host farms in Brown and Winnebago counties. Plus, wages on the rise for farm workers. We will show you how our region stacks up in a new report. And in Life on the Farm, planting green. We'll take a look at the benefits of seeding directly into a cover crop. This week, U.S. Agriculture Secretary Tom Vilsack visited Dairy Dreams in Casco. Secretary Vilsack was joined by Wisconsin Agriculture Secretary Randy Romanski. They held a roundtable with local producers and community members. Secretary Vilsack unveiled an investment from USDA aimed at lowering costs, creating income opportunities, and increasing competition for producers and small rural businesses. You can see additional coverage from his visit in the Midwest Farm section of wearegreenbay.com and on next weekend's show. Wisconsin farmers made progress in the field, according to this week's crop report, though the rain over the past week kept a lot of equipment parked. Field activities included tillage, planting crops, and cutting hay. Corn planting is 66% complete. That's 2 days ahead of the 5-year average. Corn emergence was 23% complete. Soybean planting, 57% finished. That's 4 days ahead of average. 21% of that crop emerged. The first cutting of alfalfa hay, 8% complete as of this report. That was 5 days ahead of average. A new report shows some modest gains in farm equipment sales for April. The most significant move from those April numbers is on four-wheel drive tractor sales, a pretty remarkable increase of 24% year over year. Compact and subcompact tractors continued to decline due to overproduction levels that took place late in the pandemic. Economists say the sales support the idea that the farm economy, while not booming, is also not crashing. If farmers are investing in new equipment, it needs to offer them something different than what was already in their shed. The case with this combine at the WPS Farm Show. Fendt promised more power, more output, and more comfort. Part of their cab overhaul removed the steering wheel, replacing it with joystick controls.
Just with the innovation of the machine, being a newer machine to the market, and the no steering wheel option has definitely caught a lot of attention. Looking at more of the AI as far as adjusting the machine, then fully loaded with guidance options and technology that way.
And sales for self-propelled combines, like you just saw, were up nearly 7% in April. Encouraging news after a slow start for sales in 2024. Experts say that news is consistent, though, with farmers anticipating lower profitability throughout the year. A new report on farm workers in Wisconsin, Michigan, and Minnesota shows a rise in wages. This data reveals hiring also on the rise, showing 49,000 workers employed directly by farms. This 32% uptick reflects the heightened labor demands associated with spring planting and our early growing seasons. The average hourly rate for farm labor came in at $19.17 in April. That's roughly $1 more compared to this time last year. Wages in our region are higher compared to the national average by about 25 cents. Midwest Farm got an update on all of the projects and research being funded through the Dairy Innovation Hub. At an event in Madison, scientists shared and discussed their hub-funded work with researchers, students, and the wider dairy community. The Dairy Innovation Hub is funded through a $7.8 million per year investment by the state of Wisconsin. It harnesses research and development at UW-Madison, UW-Platteville, and UW-River Falls. Since its launch in 2019, the Hub has funded almost 250 projects, 16 faculty positions. Their priority areas include animal health and welfare, and they're working on a multi-million-dollar project to lower methane emissions from dairy cattle. The Hub is also focused on ways to grow farm businesses, from improvements in automated milking systems to upcycling dairy waste to make value-added products. One way some Wisconsin farmers are growing is by processing their own milk. These on-farm creameries, of course, offer additional revenue, making a small herd size a reality. I checked out one success story in Freedom.
Last month, we sent over just over 1,000 gallons of milk we processed out of this little facility.
Two Guernsey Girls Creamery in Freedom is making its mark on Wisconsin's dairy industry.
6 years ago, we bought our current property to bring the show heifers home, and then we decided that we we're going to build or look into pursuing the dream of building a micro dairy and bring all the girls home onto one site.
They currently milk around 12 cows and use every drop in their own micro creamery. Tammy recently became a licensed cheesemaker.
So we make fresh cheese curds twice a week. We normally try to do those on like a Tuesday or Thursday or Wednesday and Friday.
The milk comes in glass or plastic bottles. Either way, you'll need to give it a shake before drinking.
So we just batch pasteurize here. We use a slow and steady process. And then we also do not homogenize, so the fat and cream stays in our milk. So it's the closest thing to quality milk straight from the cow that you can get here in the state of Wisconsin.
Two Guernsey Girls Creamery has an A2 herd of cows, meaning those animals are bred to carry that specific protein in their milk. Research suggests that A2 milk may be easier for some people to digest. You can find their products at their on-farm store in Freedom and at the Farmers Market on Broadway in Green Bay. Still to come, meet the hosts of Brown County Breakfast on the Farm as we kick off our June Dairy Month coverage. Welcome back to Midwest Farm Weekly. Brown County kicks off our June Dairy Month coverage. Their event is Sunday, June 2nd at Wheezy Brothers Farm in Greenleaf. Our contributor Dan Hagenow was invited to that host farm to capture their story.
Wheezy Farm started with my mom and dad, Wilfred and May Wheezy. I started on a small dairy farm in Deep Ear, Wisconsin, 120 acres. And from that, we grew into Wheezy Brothers Farms. And now we are a third generation farm in Greenleaf, Wisconsin.
Wheezy Brother Farms is a true family farm. We started our partnership with 6 brothers. Since then, some have unfortunately passed away, some have retired. My brother Dave and I are 2 of the last original partners, along with our sons, 8 nieces and nephews, and my son-in-law that have come into the business with us.
We really started to grow after the 2000s. A lot of little expansions that create additional expansions. You milk more cows, you need more space for heifers. You got more cows calving, you need more calf space. It's been a lot of fun to watch the facility grow and be a part of that all these years.
We milk all of our cows 3 times a day. We have a double 30 parlor, a double 32 parallel, and a straight 7. We raise all of our calves the first 180 days. After that, some stay here and some go to growers that are here locally and some out of state.
On the crop side of things, we farm 7,000 acres. We make corn silage, haylage, straw, and winter wheat. All those crops stay on the farm and go to our dairy cattle. Along with those crops, we incorporate cover crops into our operation when we're able to. Those help stop erosion, feed the biology in the soil, and keep the ground green for erosion purposes.
Here at Wheezy Brothers, we take great pride in being professional, fair, and being great business partners, as well as keeping a facility that is extremely clean and our animals that well taken care of.
Here at Wheezy Brothers Farm, we have put a lot of energy and focus on cow comfort and care. We look at our cows as co-workers. We don't look at them as just a product. Cows that are content and well cared for produce well, and that's our ultimate goal.
Our employees are the best in the business. They treat the equipment, they treat everything with the respect and their desire to chop more acres in a day, plant more corn in a day. Everybody tries to do better every single day, and that's what Dave and I thrive on, is just watching that happen.
From everyone in the main office, to our feeders, to our milkers, to our nutritionists, to all the guys in the shop and everyone that works land, everyone is on the same page in order to accomplish the same goal of being the best that we can.
What I enjoy most about dairy farming is we grew up with it. We started out being interested in it, and eventually it became a passion. It is what we do, it's who we are. I guess it's one of those things that you are very proud of, that you have the next generation taking over what you built. And the fact that they are interested in doing it, it is very heartwarming to see that happening.
We're hosting the 2024 Brown County Breakfast on the Farm. We're really excited to be hosting this year. We're excited to invite the public in, be able to see what we do, see a little bit of the facility. I know a lot of people drive by here every day and kind of wonder. So everybody's welcome to come check things out.
We're going to have obviously a great breakfast in the morning. There's going to be a farm tour. There's going to be some antique tractors, I believe. There'll be some pictures with calves, lots of things for kids. There'll be a sand pile, bale maze, a bunch of ag education stuff.
It's going to be exciting. We haven't done it before, so the thrill would be unmeasurable to have everybody come and let us show you what a true family farm is all about.
That's an awful lot of kids, and they're going to feed them all breakfast and your family too. On June 2nd, head to Wheezy Brothers Farm. The event is from 8 until noon. Breakfast features traditional items like eggs and pancakes, of course, plenty of dairy products, taking a farm tour, petting zoo, kids activities, and an antique tractor display. I am excited to see you there as I MC the event. We check in now with Story Team 5's Alexis Staniak. A lot of farmers still waiting to get out in the field and planting. Our drought monitor certainly reflective of all of that rain.
Yeah, we've had quite a bit of rain come through the Midwest, especially since we've entered this month of May. Aside from Louisville and Wichita, Kansas, all of our numbers are above zero, so positive numbers on this drought monitor as of May 1st. Now, still an exceptional drought in areas like Kansas and central Kansas and then further off to our west, but most of the Midwest is looking good for precip, as well as from the month of May and as well as far back as the start of the year. From January 1st until now, everywhere aside from Louisville as well as back into Wichita, Kansas has positive numbers. In Green Bay, we're about 1.25 inches above where we should be for the year for precipitation. So far, we've accumulated about 11 inches of precip here in Green Bay, and that's including liquid precipitation and melted snowpack. Areas like Indianapolis have accumulated as far up to almost 2 feet of precipitation to come through. Now, as we head through the next week and a half stretch, it looks like the Midwest will see more rain, especially this Memorial Day weekend. Multiple rain chances will come through in Green Bay, about 1 inch to accumulate over the next 10-day stretch, and then we'll see as little as about 1/2 inch to come through in areas like Bismarck, North Dakota. Now, Green Bay and the northern Midwest does have equal chances to go either way for precipitation over the next week to 2 week stretch, as the Climate Prediction Center has us in this gray shade, which is equal chance to go above or below. But then just off to our west, we do have the above average precipitation sitting right there. So likely we will be above average as we head through the end of May. Now into June and August, Climate Prediction Center has now released their outlook. Looks like above normal precipitation areas south and west of Green Bay, or rather south and east, and then further to our west, below normal activity for precipitation. We also have equal chances to go either way for temperatures as we head through the next 2 week stretch. One little cool patch right around Kentucky, and then further off to our west, we do have much warmer temperatures on the way in as we head towards the end of the month of May. Stay with us. More ag news coming up after the break.
Well, Jeremy Hansen here from Fox Valley Technical College for Life on the Farm. And today we're joining one of our classes, and actually it's called a planting class, and students are out here planting corn. And we had a segment last week describing what some of the activities were. I wanted to describe what planting green is. Fox Valley Tech has decided to plant green, and what this is we no-till a cover crop in the fall. So this field was soybeans last year, no-till winter rye or cereal rye, and we planted it at about 30 pounds per acre, which is about 1/4 of the normal rate for a grain crop. So what we're doing is planting directly into a cover crop, and we have the technology in the planter set up for no-till that can actually accomplish this. But what is planting green, and why do we do it? This has been the trend, and it's more of the conservation-minded way to plant corn. So this is merging no-till and cover crops together. And why do we do that? So first and foremost, we're reducing our fuel consumption with our tractors and reducing soil erosion in the field. We're improving some soil physical properties, primarily in the internal drainage of the soil. We are trying to improve our soil quality and actually the water quality as it's percolating down through the soil. What this does in season, once we get a crop established, is it allows us some weed suppression, and it increases our earthworm habitat, our organic matter, and actually it provides cooler soils. So cooler soils in the spring might be a little bit of a disadvantage for crop establishment, but once it's July and 100 degrees, it actually has a cooling effect on the soil surface, which reduces stress and actually evaporation of the water. So we're actually conserving some of our water as well, especially if it's going to be dry. So immediately after planting, and hopefully later today, we are going to terminate this cover crop chemically. And that just, we don't need the rylage at all, so we are going to terminate that. That crop will also provide a mulch for the soil, and as I said before, for weed control, for cooling of the soil. The soil is not directly exposed to the sunlight. So within this field, we have several plots that we are doing. It's all set up on the monitor, so we have different populations and different blocks, ranging from like 27,000 seeds per acre up to 35,000 seeds per acre. And what we're going to do is use it in our data management class and going to see if there's any yield reduction or improvement. So we're going to use all this data, next fall and in the winter months with other classes. So the reason why we're exposing our students to planting green is we're getting a ton of technology in the tractor and the equipment and everything. And we are exposing them to the technology in the agronomy world. This is what's happening in the industry right now. We need to expose them what's going on and preparing them for the future if this trend continues. So for Life on the Farm, I'm Jeremy Hansen.
Welcome back to Local 5 Live. You can kick off June Dairy Month in Winnebago County with their upcoming grilled cheese event. Rob Stone is here from their Dairy Promo Committee. Good to see you, Rob.
Thank you for having us.
Hard to believe we're already talking all things June Dairy Month, but your team's been planning for a while.
Oh, yes.
Talk a little bit about this event. Where is it going to be hosted this year?
This year's event at the Egan Farm.
Okay.
It's on the corner of 9th Street and 116 in south of Amaro.
Okay.
So just take 41 to 21 and go from there.
Roll down your windows and smell the grilled cheese then, right?
Right.
Let's talk a bit about their farm. You brought some beautiful pictures. This is kind of one of the heritage photos and then a bit more of what the farm looks like today.
This was taken a few years back, of course. That's when their father, Robert, was on the farm.
Okay.
And their father was very instrumental in expanding to the farm what they have now. He not only encouraged it, he really promoted it. They're currently milking 550 cows with another 300 calves and heifers on site, and they've gone to drive over piles. Manure handling's done a whole lot different than back then, and they know what the nutrients are that's going into the ground, and so they can use that against the crops that they grow.
Well, let's talk about this event in general. Your team shifted to grilled cheese, right? And that is kind of something that sets you apart. Tell us a bit about what we can expect from the event. A very affordable family day.
Yes, you get a grilled cheese sandwich. That's we have two different types of cheese. Provolone from
Belgioioso.
Thank
We're
you.
practicing.
And I can't do it. And a cheddar cheese from Agripier.
Very nice.
We melt it together, and I've ordered 3,000 slices of bread.
Okay.
So with a little butter, and there'll also be ham inside too this year.
Very nice. Very
then
nice.
you get cheese curds, potato chips, and either chocolate, white milk, or water.
And families can sign up ahead of time, or they just pay at the door?
Just pay at the door.
Easy. You guys make it simple for us. Then we can enjoy a farm tour and a little bit of hands-on activity.
Of course. You'll have a tour of all the farms. You can see the cows getting milked if you stand between two certain windows. The vets from Wall Pond will be there to answer any questions you have. Also the nutritionist that feeds the cows. We also have some kids games too, and the local 4-H and FFAs are all helping out.
Wonderful.
So
Why do you encourage people to go and check out a local farm or multiple farms during June Dairy Month?
Well, anytime really. A couple months ago we had people out at our farm, our first graders came out to watch us do maple syrup. And we had 80 kids and another 40 adults. And just the questions the adults had and misconceptions they had about farming, we could go one-on-one and explain to them why we do certain things and what we do. And it was a lot easier to talk face-to-face, and we'd rather have them get the information right from us than Facebook or wherever else they typically would.
Yeah, and why are you involved in Farm Bureau and Dairy Promo and all those things?
I'm a dairy farmer.
And
we have hosted the breakfast back in 2017, and I'm just giving back because it was very good for us to
Yeah.
do it. It was the best day my dad ever had.
Oh, well, and you get a great meal too, all in one time. You're going to head to Egan Farm for Winnebago County's Grilled Cheese Day on June 1st, 10 to 2. Thank you for being here. We'll have all these details on our website so you can get directions to get yourself a little lunch. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.